Hello and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information, of course, come from the smart device application Today in History. What happened today in history?
Historical calendar.
And onthisday.com.
Yep. I remember. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting that we gather throughout the show, check the description. Anyway, I am Ao Xander.
Luck.
And Richard Pound.
Yep. Today is Moon's Day, also known as Monday, April 4th, 2022. Who wants to start us off today?
I will. In
All right.
503 BC, Roman consul Agrippa Minius Latinus celebrates a triumph or a military victory over the Sabines.
Nice. The Sabines. That's the way you made that sound. It sounded good. Like the Sabines. Mwah.
That I used to say after him.
Okay.
It's a gradient.
Yeah. Mr. Buffett, why don't you take 1268 here?
Yeah. So at 1268, we got a 5-year Byzantine-Venetian peace treaty is concluded between the Venetian envoys Emperor Michael the Eighth, I think, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Polyolgos. I can't pronounce his last name.
Venetian, by the way. Venetian. Anyway, moving on up into 1423, death of the Venetian Doge. Oh my God.
Douche.
Doge.
Douche.
Tommaso Mocenigo, under whose rule victories were achieved against the Kingdom of Hungary and against the Ottoman Empire at the Battle of Gallipoli in 1416. Not the World War I Battle of Gallipoli. So, interesting.
It's like someone has water in their mouth. Gallipoli.
You mean like you?
Always.
When you take 1581, Mr. Lunk is in the bathroom right now.
Okay. 1581, we got Francis Drake is knighted by Queen Elizabeth I. Excuse me, for completing a, oh my goodness gracious,
Circumnavigation.
Pretty much the freaking whole navigation of the world. How that?
Yep.
Fuck it. More simpler terms to say the goddamn word. Jesus.
Several years later, in 1609, Moriscos were expelled from the Kingdom of Valencia. And then I'll take this one as well. So, then about 51 years later, in 1660, Declaration of Breda by King Charles II of Great Britain promised, among other things, a general pardon to all royalists and opponents of the monarchy for crimes committed during the English Civil War and the interregnum. So, a massive, you're good, pal, type thing,
Yeah.
Yes. 1796. George Sevier delivers the first paleological lecture.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I can take this 1814 here, brother.
Do it.
We got 1814. We got Napoleon. I don't know why I got the British brain for
Dynamite.
I don't know why. Napoleon
Bonaparte.
dedicates for the first time in names of his son Napoleon II as Emperor of the French.
Yeah. He abdicated his throne, meaning he gave it up. He transferred his position of power to his son.
Yeah.
Yep. And also in 1818, the United States Congress affirmed the Second Continental Congress adopts the flag of the United States with 13 red and white stripes and one star each state. 20 at that time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in the circle, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on up in 1841, William Henry Harrison died of pneumonia, becoming the first president of the United States to die in office and setting the record for the briefest administration. Vice President John Tyler succeeds Harrison as president. How long was he president anyway? Wasn't it just like a matter of months or something?
I think so.
Let's see here. We have, March 1st, 1841 through April 4th, 1841. So it was a month. Wow. Woo.
Also, 1865, the American Civil War, a day after Union forces captured Richmond, Virginia, President Abraham Lincoln visits the Confederate capital. Man, talk about fucking going there to gloat.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, Richmond and Washington are literally across the river from each other. Like, I was talking about this, I believe, in yesterday's video. Like, these two warring nations, the North and the South, the Union, and the Confederates, their capitals were within spitting distance of each other. I don't think anything like that has ever happened before in history, as far as I know. So
you can see Lincoln coming out there. Fuck you, Davis. Fuck you, Lincoln.
Pretty much, dude. That's what it was like, Like,
fuck
more
you,
or
Davis.
less.
Fuck you. Oh, yes. Fuck flying. Fuck you.
What's your name?
Lincoln. Fuck you, Lincoln. What's your name? Davis. Like, Davis. Fuck you, Davis.
Something tells me this is some kind of bit.
Yeah, probably it is. Anyways, we got 1887. We got Argonia. That's not how you pronounce it. Anyways, a city in Kansas elects Susanna M. Salter as the first female mayor in the United States.
Nice. I bet a lot of people were salty about that.
I think. Argonia, I think it's pronounced.
Yeah, Argonia.
Yeah.
Anyway, jumping up into the 1900s, in 1905 in India, an earthquake hit the Kangra Valley, killing 20,000 people and destroying most buildings in Kangra, McLeodganj, and Dharamshala.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is. Also, 1913.
Yeah.
First Balkan War Greek aviator Emmanuel Agropoulos becomes the first pilot to die in a Hellenic Air Force when his plane crashes, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks, but there has to be a first for everything.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. This one's all yours.
Oh, God. Damn it. Freaking Hitler. In 1925, we got the Successful. I can't. Probably that's the closest I would probably pronounce it. Schutzstaffel. Yeah, it says is found under Adolf Hitler's Nazi Party in Germany.
Ah, the SS, man. I always wondered when they started. Now we know.
Also, 1944. 1933. The first, U.S. Navy airship USS Akron is wrecked off the coast of New Jersey coast due to severe weather.
Dang.
Weather does not play at all.
No, it doesn't. Now, moving on up into 1944, during World War II, the first bombardment of oil refineries in Bucharest by Anglo-American forces caused the deaths of 3,000 civilians. That sucks.
God damn.
Damn.
Anyways, you want to take this one?
Yeah, 1945, World War II, United States Army troops liberate Oberhof, forced labor camp in Germany.
Wow. Anyways, we got the second 1945 here. World War II, the United States Armored Troops capture Casil. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Castle, yeah.
Castle.
Kessel, something like that. 4 years after that, in 1949, during the Cold War, 12 nations signed the North Atlantic Treaty, creating the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, also known as NATO. Today's NATO's birthday. Boo, NATO!
In 1958, the CNDP symbol of the CDNP symbol is displayed in public for the first time in London.
CNDP symbol, is that like that thing? Let me look at that.
I think it's this right here.
Yeah, that one. No, it's the button one, like the circle with like the one line and the two lines out. You know.
Oh, the south sign. Yeah.
Okay. Which, by the way, that's a satanic image. A lot of people don't realize that. That's actually an upside down cross. So the peace symbol is a symbol of evil. Go figure. Anyway, moving on up into 1960, France agreed to grant independence to the Mali Federation, which was a union of Senegal and French Sudan. Interesting. Oh yeah, Mali, that's in Africa. Yeah.
Damn.
Anyways, we got good old 1964. We got the Beatles occupied top 5 positions on the Billboard Hot 100 pop chart.
That is incredible.
Man, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Also, 1967, Martin Luther King Jr. delivers his Beyond Vietnam, A Time to Break Silence speech in New York City's Riverside Church.
Dang.
Yeah, I think he was against the Vietnam War.
I would be surprised if he wasn't, honestly. You know, there's a lot of young black men going over there, you know, because of the whole poverty reason, and a lot of them dying. Really sad state of affairs. 365 days later, 1968. Oh, wait, no. 1968.
No, you're right.
During the Apollo program, NASA launched Apollo 6. And because that was a short article, I'm going to take this next one here. Also in 1968, speaking of Dr. King, Martin Luther King Jr. Was assassinated by James Earl Ray at a motel in Memphis, Tennessee. Aye.
Another assassination.
Yeah. One of the world's greatest men of all time.
Yeah.
In 1969, Dr. Denton Cooley implants the first temporary artificial heart.
That's pretty cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways, in 1973, we got a Lockheed C-141 Starlifter dubbed the Han-OE taxi makes the last flight of Operation Homecoming.
Oh, that has to be while we're pulling out of Vietnam. So
yeah,
the Hanoi taxi. So yeah, it's a tongue-in-cheek nickname.
Yeah, for Operation Homecoming.
Yeah. I'll look that up.
Yeah, while you do that, also in 1973, the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City are officially dedicated.
Nice. And I was wrong about Operation Homecoming. Between February 12, 1973 and April 4th, 1973, Operation Homecoming was the return of 591 U.S. prisoners of war held by North Vietnam following the Paris Peace Accords that ended U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War. So it was us getting our troops back, but not our troops, troops that were captured. So that's why I was attacking. Because there's a Hotel Hanoi, we know about that, which was a POW camp. So maybe that's maybe this is tied in with that. So.
And I can take this 1975 here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one's interesting. Holy shit. Oh, so the good old Microsoft was founded as a partnership between good old Bill Gates and Paul Allen, and Ooh, my goodness gracious. Albuquerque, I think.
Yeah.
It's pronounced right. Yeah.
Perfect,
Okay. New
actually.
Mexico.
That's surprising.
It's like I know that name. I realized cling Albuquerque. I was like, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Also, in 1977, Southern Airways Flight 242 crashes in New York, Hope, Baldwin County, Georgia, killing 72.
That sucks.
Yes.
2 years after that, in 1979, Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto of Pakistan was executed. Dang.
Good thing.
Prime Minister was executed. What did he do?
Probably ate too much muffins.
Let me look at this, and maybe not enough muffins. Maybe he didn't.
Well, while you do that, in 1981, the Iran-Iraq War, the Islamic Republic of Iran Air Force mounts an attack on H Street Air Base and destroys about 50 Iraqi aircraft.
Dang.
Goddamn. Anyways, I can take this next one. In 1984, we got President Ronald Reagan calls for an international ban on chemical weapons. Oh.
Yeah. See how well that turned out.
Yeah.
1988, Governor Evan Meckham of Arizona was convicted in his impeachment trial and removed from office. At least he didn't execute him.
Yeah. Like
Which, by the way, I looked that up, and it just says that he served as chairman of something until he was executed. So, I'm gonna add this link into the underbar. I think there's a couple other links that I should have added too. So.
Also, in 1990, the current flag of Hong Kong is adopted for post-colonial Hong Kong during the third session of the Seventh Nation People's Congress. Ah, fucking damn.
Yeah, that's. I think that's the start when Britain was slowly giving it back to China, because Hong Kong has always been a British thing until, like, what, 2018 or something?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, pretty recent.
Yeah.
Where was I? Okay,
1991 here.
Okay. 1991, we got 41 people are taken hostage inside a Good Guys electronics store in Sacramento, California. 3 of the hostage takers and 3 hostage are killed, my bad.
Dang.
And speaking of Sacramento, there was a big shooting Sunday morning.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. And
yeah.
And, like, you know, and I was reading on that side comment, like, you know, all these things are banned, guns are heavily regulated. This is proof in the pudding that gun control does not work. And they're still pushing for more.
It says on the post I posted, the guy commented, he said the same exact shit, it doesn't even freaking work.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Like, I read that side comment there. That's what I was talking about. Like, this is just bananas. Like...
Yeah, it's stupid.
I just, you know, like, every passing day, I just wonder how much more bullshit people are going to take before they're like, enough. Like, I'm ready to fight, you know? I'm ready to stand by Alex Jones and take this world back from these evil SOBs, you know? And I know you are as well, you know? Like, you've been out there doing, you know, pounding the pavement in your own way. But we need more troops, man. You know, people need to wake the hell up right now, you know? Not right now, yesterday, last year, you know? Anyway.
Of the way back.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on up into 1994, 3 people were killed when KLM City Hopper Flight 433 crashed at Amsterdam Airport's... What? Schiphol. At first I thought that said school, and I'm like, hold up a second. Schiphol. Okay.
Schiphol. Oh, wow.
Damn. Also, 1996, comet Hyakutake is imaged by the U.S. asteroid orbiter near Earth asteroid rendezvous.
Cool.
Anyways, we got the first 2000 here. In 2002, we got the MPLA, government of Angola, and the UNA, God, UNITA rebels signed a peace treaty ending the Agalon Civil War.
Yeah.
Angolan.
Agalon. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what MPLA stands for. The People's Movement for
Whatever
the
it
Liberation of Angola.
Man, wherever it is, thanks to Call of Duty Black Ops 2, all I can hear is, death to the MPLA!
Yee.
Also, 2009, France announces its return to full participation of its military forces with NATO.
Yep. Here we go with NATO again.
Yep.
365 days later, in the year 2010, a magnitude 7.2 earthquake hit south of the Mexican-U.S. border, killing 2 and damaging buildings across the both countries. Interesting. See? Nature doesn't see any borders. Why do we?
Yeah, anyways, and 3 years later in 2013, more than 70 people were killed in a building collapse in Thane, India.
Dang.
Goddamn.
Sucks.
Also, 2017, Syria conducts an airstrike on Khan Shaykhun using chemical weapons, killing 89 civilians.
But wait, Ronald Reagan banned them. They can't do that. That's a war crime.
That's because Ronald Reagan banned something don't mean he ain't gonna fucking listen.
Yeah. 3 years later, or 2 years ago, the year 2020, China held a National Day of Mourning for martyrs who died in the fight against the novel coronavirus disease outbreak. Oh, what a PR BS.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Try to show the world a sign that they're good people too.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Anyway, before we move on to Burst and Destiny, articles pique your interest, guys?
Yes, 1969, Etienne Coley implants the first temporary artificial heart. 1967, Martin Luther King delivers his Beyond Vietnam speech. And the Beatles, even
And
overrated.
Don't forget about Dr. King's assassination.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that his speech and his assassination date are the same.
Yeah, well, like, that was 1 year prior, and actually his, we reported on yesterday's show, his, I have been to the mountaintop, right?
yes.
Like, that was his speech in, Alabama. He was in Alabama, or?
Yes, he was in, I think, Selma.
Richmond, Virginia.
Or DC.
No, not Richmond.
Richmond, I think.
He was somewhere.
Rich-
Actually, hold on a second. It should say it right here. Memphis, Tennessee. It's right here. He got assassinated in Tennessee. I was born in Tennessee. Holy crap. Hello, kitty. Anyway, moving on to Burst. Who wants to start us off here?
I will.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And at 188, Caracalla, Roman Emperor.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I know exactly what you're doing, Xander.
Well, hey, either one is bad. So.
Oh fuck. Anyways, I can take this probably 10 twisting event in 1492. We got Boreos Dust Baller, I think.
He's a baller.
Blair.
Blair.
Probably that's the closest I can pronounce that guy's name. German Swiss theologian and reformer. Theologian?
I said ambrosia because ambrosia is the food of the gods, so it's like ambrosius, ambrosia.
Yeah.
Hey,
Doing
in 18,
go ahead.
Theobe Garme, a German engineer who invented the Garme machine.
I thought it was Belgian.
Belgian.
What is the Graham machine? Let me look that up here real quick. Graham machine. The Graham ring, the Graham magneto, or Graham dynamo is an electrical generator that produces direct current, named for its Belgian inventor, Zenobe Graham, and was built as either a dynamo or a magneto, It was the first generator to produce power on a commercial scale for industry. Whoa. Whoa, that's pretty interesting. In 1829, we have Owen Suffolk, an Australian bushranger, poet, confidence man, and author. That's cool. Australia going around giving people boosts of confidence. That's pretty cool.
You gotta get some confidence here and there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, in 1843, we got William Henry Jackson, a U.S. painter and photographer. Didn't he take a picture of Lincoln?
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's the one who took a picture of Lincoln.
Yeah.
Although I'm not seeing any pictures of him taking pictures of Lincoln. But there's a lot of other photographs here. I think this is a picture of... Yeah, it is. No, it's just another geyser. So. Anyway. In 1851, James Campbell, first Baron Glenavenny, was born on the States. He was an Irish lawyer and politician.
Did he create the Campbell soup?
No.
Oh.
No, he did not. That's a U.S. invention, and this guy was Irish. Now, if Campbell's soup was, like, brewed in, like, whiskey, maybe,
That's funny shit.
Okay, 1869, Mary Coulter, American architect who designed the Desert View Watchtower.
Let me look at that real quick. It's an interesting... It's just a big old tower. And pretty cool. I'd like to get up on there and check out the scenery. Looks like there's a hell of a view up there.
Anyways, in 1923, we got Peter Vaughan, English actor.
And
familiar?
His name is familiar. Because, like, there's Vince Vaughn and everything. Peter Vaughan. Death at a Funeral. He's in a lot of movies. But I'm not recognizing any of these immediate ones. Anyway, moving on up. Also in 1923, we have Gene Reynolds, a U.S. actor, director, producer, and screenwriter.
Cool.
Also, in 1928, Maya Angelou, U.S. humorist and poet.
Yep. That name's very familiar, Maya Angelou. I don't know why, but it's...
She's an famous American poet. And one of them.
Anyways, we got a interesting one, the same birth date, in 1928. We got Estelle Harris, U.S. actress and comedian, which I think actress. Yeah, so she actually died 2 days ago on April 2nd, 2022.
Yeah. Yeah, at first I thought that was the actress who played the overbearing mother in Everybody Loves Raymond, but that's not the same person. But still, she died 2 days ago. That's pretty extreme. So.
Yeah. In 1932, there's Clive Davis, U.S. record producer who founded Artista Records and J Records.
Also in 1932, we have Richard Lugar, a U.S. lieutenant and politician who is the 44th mayor of Indianapolis.
Anyways, in 1939, we got an interesting first name here. We got the I think that's how you pronounce it. Mace Kella, I think, Maskella, African trumpeter, cornetinist, composer, and singer. What are the second and third ones?
Yeah, a flugelhornist. It is a brass instrument that resembles a trumpet and cornet, but has a wider, more conical bore. Like trumpets and cornets, most flugelhorns are pitched in B minor. I think that's what that signal is. And then a cornetist is a musician who plays the trumpet or cornet. Trumpeter, a bugler, someone who plays a bugle, an instrumentalist, musician player, someone who plays a musical instrument. So just a lot of different words for this guy plays different horns, pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on up into 1944, we have Craig T. Nelson. He was a U.S. ADPS, an actor, director, producer, and screenwriter.
Nice.
Yep.
Also in 1944, we have Turkmanis Aitis, a Turkish academic, politician, commentator, columnist, and writer.
Yeah.
Nice.
19...
Oh, you.
Yeah, I'll take this one. 1953, we have Simcha Jacob Bolvishi, a Canadian director, producer, journalist, and author.
Nice. In 1960, we got God Knows Legally? Legally?
Igali. That's an I.
Yeah. Nigerian diplomat, civil servant, and technocrat.
Yeah.
I think.
What a
No,
name,
okay.
God knows. What's his name?
God knows.
God knows. So nobody knows? No, his name is God knows.
God knows. What's his name? God knows, man.
Also 1960, we have Hugo Weaving, Nigerian Australian actor and producer. I didn't know he was Nigerian.
I didn't either. But apparently he is.
Wow, these are some serious unfortunate events. That's amazing, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah. Mr. Richard, why don't you take this next one since I kind of stole yours earlier?
Very good. In 1963, A. Michael Baldwin. I think the A is not supposed to be there.
No,
Anyways,
it is. It's A.
Oh.
You know.
A. Michael Baldwin, a U.S. actor, producer, and screenwriter.
Yeah, his first name is abbreviated. So.
And this one is interesting.
There's several more interesting names, actually. This is when things get pretty crazy.
Yeah, this one is...
1965, we have Robert Downey Jr., U.S. actor, producer, and screenwriter, most famously
He's
known...
the Iron Man.
Yep, most famously known for being Iron Man. But before
Yeah,
he got his break, he used to be like a complete, like, dropout. Like, wasn't he homeless, living in a gutter at one point?
Yeah, he was a degenerate on drugs. He went to jail, changed his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This next one is a little magical.
David Blaine. 1973, David Blaine, U.S. magician and producer.
Look at me, I can levitate. Woo!
Yeah.
No, you gotta do like David Blaine. Now pay attention and watch as I levitate. I'm flying above y'all heads.
I've never actually seen his shows.
It's cool.
We got 1979. We got Heath Ledger, I think, Australian actor.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, isn't he the Joker?
Yeah. Why so serious?
Okay.
That was him. He's the guy who then, offed himself because he got too far gone into the Joker character and he couldn't come back. Like he wrecked his brain. And,
That bad, huh?
yeah, but he did a damn good job. There will never be another Joker like that again. Just art. Pure
Yeah, I
art.
recognize that name. It's like, is that the Joker?
Yeah. Well, you're going to recognize this name here. In 1980, we have Trevor Moore, U.S. actor, director, producer, and screenwriter. Whitest Kids You Know.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, he unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago. And so, he was a good guy. And actually, I'm going to call this next one because I actually looked up to this guy. 1981, Ned Vizzini, a U.S. author and screenwriter. And when I was in high school, I actually sent him an email because because he was looking to talk about his book and hype kids up about the power of reading, the power of writing, all that stuff. And he asked for money, and I'm like, I don't have any money. I'm 14 years old. What do you want from me? And then I went to the school, and they didn't want him and everything. And then several years later, he too, unfortunately, took his life. So that one of his books, Teen Angst, that's I read that thing so much, and it's a really good book, and it's just really tragic that this guy killed himself. He was a good author. So.
Oh God. 1983, Eric Andre. U.S. failure of a comedian.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but during the Eric Andre show when he runs on stage and just starts breaking shit, it's not funny. That's just destructive. I'm sorry. I don't find him funny at all.
He's a meme. Let me out. Don't let me in. Let me in. Eric Andre's funny.
I can take this last one here.
Yep.
We got 1991. We got Jamie Leon Spears, U.S. actress and singer. Is there the relation with Britney Spears?
Yes, she is. As her little sister.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just looked it up. She is related to Britney Spears and Brian Spears. Oh. So that's interesting.
Interesting.
Anyway, that concludes the burst. Let's go into deaths. I'll take the deaths here, starting off at least. 397, we have Ambrose, a Roman archbishop and saint.
Nice.
Okay. Your turn, Richard.
Yeah. Okay. We got 1483. We got Henry Brochure, I think, right? Brochure. Anyways, first Earl of Essex.
Henry Brochure. Here, let me read this little pamphlet real quick. 1661, Alexander Leslie, 1st Earl of Leven, a Scottish field marshal. Cool.
Scottish.
Yeah. Your turn again. Lunk is on the phone.
Lunk is okay.
Yeah.
In 1774, we got Oliver Goldsmith, Irish novelist, playwright, and poet. I don't know why I cannot say that word right. Playwright.
I can't say that word. 1841, William Henry Harrison, American general and politician who was the 9th president of the United States.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got 1846. I don't know why I can't say that year. Anyways, we got Solomon Sibley, American lawyer and politician who was the first mayor of Detroit.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday, christened on a Tuesday. I don't know the rest. Anyway, going from 1846 to 64, just switching up a couple numbers there, we have Joseph Pitti Cuthoy, an American commander and paleontologist.
This is fitting. In 1878, we got Richard M. Brewer, American criminal. What did he do?
Richard M. Dick Brewer was an American cowboy and Lincoln County lawman. He was a founding leader of the Regulators, a deputized posse that fought in the Lincoln County War. Is this the same guy, though? Yeah. He died in Lincoln. But why was he a criminal? Criminal? Let's see here. Let me see. Pulling up the wiki here. The Lincoln County War. After the murder, a posse was deputized to serve arrest warrants on his killers. Okay. Wait. This is weird. Okay, well, he was shot by a gun. So that's... by a bison hunter named Buckshot Roberts. Okay, but I'm not seeing anything in here about a criminal, but I don't have the time to look this up. Anybody wants to check this out in the underbar? I'm posting it right now here. Who else was born today?
In 1883, you got Peter Cooper, American businessman and philanthropist who founded Cooper Union. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Philanthropist.
Philanthropist. Okay.
Jumping on up in 1890, Pierre-Joseph Oliver Chaville was born on this date. He was a Canadian lawyer and politician who was the first premier of Quebec.
It was death, by the way.
Oh yeah, died on this day. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Thank you.
No problem. In 1912, we got Charles Brantley. Yeah, Brantley. Aycock. That's interesting.
Cock.
A U.S. lawyer and politician who was the 50th governor of North Carolina.
Nice. Also in 1912, we have Isaac K. Funk, a U.S. minister, lexicographer, and publisher who co-founded Funk and Wagnalls. Sounds funky.
Fuck yeah. Anyways, in 1923, we got John Venn, an English mathematician and philosopher who created the Venn diagram. Huh.
And the Venn diagram is a widely used diagram style that shows the logical relation between sets, popularized by John Venn in the 1880s. The diagrams are used to teach elementary set theory and to illustrate simple set relationships in probability, logic, statistics, linguistics, and computer science. But you more know it as, like, you know, the various circles that interlock with each other to show differences, similarities, and such between two or more parties. Where's my link? Here's my link. I'm going to post my link right here.
The next one's pretty interesting, too.
Yeah, in 1929, we have Carl Benz, a German engineer and businessman who founded Mercedes-Benz.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Anyways, in 1931, we got Andre Michelin, French businessman who co-founded the Michelin tire company, I think. Yeah, tire company.
Yep.
Huh. That's where the tire company came from.
Yep, the big old Stay Puft-looking Michelin man who throws tires out of his midsection and somehow regrows them because he's magic.
Yep. Magic.
Yep. 1933, we have Elizabeth Bacon Custer. That name sounds disgusting. U.S. author and educator.
You want some bacon custard with that, sir?
That sounds gross.
Yeah.
I like bacon, but, you know, I have limits. So...
Man, I was thinking about cooking some bacon tonight. Anyways, in 1944, 11 years later, we got Morris H. Whitehouse, U.S. architect. The name seems kind of fitting about the White House, but
yeah. Well, actually,
that's way too late.
We reported on his birth not too long ago, and I actually made a crack at his name, like, oh, did he design the White House?
Yeah, I remember you said that.
Yeah. Why don't you take this next one here? I already reported on the article.
Anyways, in 68.
Yeah.
Okay. In 1968, we got Martin Luther King Jr., U.S. minister, activist, hero of humanity.
Yep. He was.
Good old MLK, man.
Yep, MLK. Not to be confused with MLP.
What happened?
I was just saying, not to be confused with MLP.
Yeah. There's the freeway.
What's wrong with MLP? What's wrong with middle low punch?
What?
Fucking joking with you.
Well, now that you're back, why don't you take the next two here?
I'll take the next three. In 1984, Oleg Antov, a Russian-Ukrainian engineer and businessman who founded Antonov.
A Russian-Ukrainian.
I don't know what that is. Yes. Also, in 1987, Sekadidaya Vashchani, Indian journalist and author.
I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt real quick. I gotta take a crack at this name. Sakshiddananda Vatsyayan. Good God.
What kind of name of freaking that, dude?
I don't know.
Also, in 1993, Alfred Morsia Butz.
He did what to Butz?
Yeah, Morsia Butz. U.S. game designer who invented Scrabble. Nice, thank you.
Dang.
And, I'm going to do this one too. 1994, Early Wim. U.S. baseball player and sportscaster. Yeah. On Early Wim.
Early win, yeah. 2007, we have Bob Clark, a U.S. actor, director, producer, and screenwriter. Another ADPS. ADPS.
Yep. And here it is, 2013, Roger Ebert, U.S. journalist, critic, and screenwriter.
Now, didn't he get like jaw cancer and he had to like remove like his lower jaw and everything?
I think so.
Yeah.
And you want to take this one?
No, you go for it.
Okay. And the last one here on the births today is God, I'm pointing
Yes,
to
man. This man died.
I'm pointing to Xander. Anyways, in deaths in 2014, we got Curtis Bill Pepper, U.S. journalist and author. Bill Pepper.
Yep. Bell Pepper,
right.
Bill Pepper. Have a Bill Pepper! And that concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar or the description, for any links that you may be interested in, which also include...
Oh, later. I'll see you later. No bills.
What does the description include, Sohan? It includes Sohan on Twitch. Go check him out. He's been streaming often, actually. He does some pretty good games. You can also find everything Omni Coalition. I do advise merging over to Rumble, subscribing to us on our other channels and platforms, because YouTube, as we know, is owned by Google, and they like to censor things. And if you've been watching the show, we all don't care. So before they shut us down, go over there, and then they can't stop us everywhere.
There's the thing. You forgot yesterday how I pretty much said how they're trying to erase one person's name out of existence.
Yeah.
That one woman.
Yeah, the YouTube shooter. Yeah. How our source, a history source, is also liberal and everything. Anyway, let's not get into all that. For your dose of passive and daily, we stream every day between 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. Pacific time, which is also
2 to 5 Central.
Yep. For all of you and all of us.
Entry to 6.
Yes. For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
I am Luck.
Richard Pound.
And you are you, dear viewer. Don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs and subscribe until you see us tomorrow, Toodles.
Make sure you eat muffin. Let's go.